up, though? Hey, everyone. Welcome to a brand new episode of Royalty, a brand new season of Big Brother 26. It's your host, Tiffany.
And I am your other host, Derek F, aka Big D. And we are back to recap episode 1 and 2 of the 2 night premiere of Big Brother 26. Tiff,
Yeah.
it's so good to see you. Also,
Welcome back.
welcome back. I feel like I just saw you. Very
You
interesting
did.
that we
You did.
met in New York and no one knew that you were going.
Oh, you know,
What happened?
kind of impromptu, kind of like,
Mm.
we were supposed to be surprising Ozza. And then y'all big mouths wanted to say, Ozza, we're coming. And so I was sticking to the plan. I was surprising Ozza. But anyway,
Oh, okay. Oh,
but it was
you are
great.
good at
I do
sticking
want
at the
to, I want
plans.
to, listen, shout out to Ozza's House Chops event. It was phenomenal. It was so packed. It was like packed, sardine packed. And I know some people would be like, ew, I don't want that. But for Ozza and for her upcoming events, it's such a beautiful thing that she continues to grow. And the fandom keeps coming out to support us. And more people in the reality TV community keep coming out to support Ozza's House Chops events. And I was saying, like, she's got to get a bigger venue. But then when I thought about it, that was a huge venue. It was a
That was
huge
a
rooftop.
huge venue.
There was a
Yes.
huge floor in front and a bar in the front. There was a huge sitting, dancing area in the back. Like, it was a huge
Yeah.
venue. She's going to have to get an arena, a stadium. I don't even know how many people she had. She was selling out, okay?
Yeah, she definitely was selling out. I really would like to say, to be honest, it was insane. And it wasn't, and I know people are like, oh, it was packed, it was hot, but I was like, only reason because it was hot that day in New York City. That made it hotter. Because we had everything on full blast.
Baby.
But it was great to see the fans. And I was saying to myself, because I tweeted it yesterday, it reminds me of why I'm so thankful that we got this opportunity to meet all these beautiful people, meet all these beautiful fans. Like, it just reminded me of why I love this show. Because, sometimes it can get to us
Yeah.
mentally, and I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
over it. And when I meet the
Yeah.
fans and see them and how happy they are, and the BB alums showed up. I wish if I forget anyone, I'm so sorry, but Paul was there, Josh was there, Kevin was there, um, Riley was there, Blue was
Monica,
there, Monica was
JoJo,
there, JoJo was there, and JoJo, I was like, whoa, this just came out of the left
Rockstar.
field. Rockstar, America, Corey, Jag, Matt. I mean, the whole cookout itself. Brent was there. I'm just trying to think if there's any other BB alums that I
Me
forgot
too.
about. Mimi was there. Turner was there. Joseph was there. Taylor was there. Jasmine was there. Amira was there. Like, the lineup was
Shit,
so
even Gina
good.
Marie was there.
Even
Don't come for me, but she was there.
I have no words, but it was just good to see just the beautiful
I don't want
lineup.
to have
Plus,
missed
other shows
anybody.
were there. People from
Oh, and then yes,
Survivor.
Survivor was there. I got to meet
Yes,
Katura. Me and her vibed out. Yes, I got to
yes,
meet Katura. Mm-hmm.
yes. I'm
Um,
very happy with that.
I got to meet, yes. And there were so many people there. James was there from Survivor. Wendell was there.
hmm Bryce,
Um,
my cousin Bryce.
Bryce was there. Yes. Um, it's hard. It's hard. Like,
It's
it's like,
hard. It was so
don't charge it
much.
to my heart. Charge it to my head. It's like, I'm not
Yeah.
forgetting you in here.
Yes.
It was so much going on, and we've still just been going. Like, I was just there, and I'm back at home. So it was
Yes.
amazing. Shout out to the fans. Shout out to all of our supporters. Shout out to the people that
Yes.
support House Chops that, you know, take the time to buy a ticket, come to the
hmm
event, stand in line, wait for everyone else to get out of the way so that they can get their
hmm
opportunity to talk to us and
hmm
get a picture. And it was so great. Everybody was so nice. It was so cool. It was honestly one of the funnest House Chops that I have been to.
Tiffany, I said the same thing
And
when I
shout out to
got
the
back.
Chadas because Hannah Chada's mom was there and she saved
Yes.
me from getting in that elevator that got
Okay.
stuck for 45 minutes.
Actually, yes, and I actually tapped you guys. And yes, she did. I remember her and I was like, "Oh, let me help you. Let's walk down this." I helped her with her dress because I didn't want her to trip on it walking down the stairs and stuff. I'm
I
so glad.
started
And
walking
yes,
to the elevator. And she was like, no, I'm going to take the stairs. I walk 6 miles a day. I said, well, I'm with you. So I started walking with her.
Yes. I can't believe that Kylan
Yes.
and Taylor and a bunch of other people got stuck in the elevator for
Kylan Taylor,
47
Jack,
minutes.
and three of the supporters. Yeah.
That got stuck in the elevator for 47 minutes. We had to wait for the whole fire department. Me over here, I'm over here cursing out the cookout, trying to get a photo of us, trying to make this moment happen because I'm like, I need to have a photo. And they're over here, and the one person, I know a lot of people don't want to. You want to count Kylan, but Kylan, I need him for this photo, is stuck in the elevator. But they did call the fire team, and I will say this. I've seen a lot of firefighters in my life, but the New York City firefighters, they look fine. They look really good when they came in there with their acts and everything. I was like, oh, I should have got stuck in the elevator too. But I will say
You
this.
could have, because I couldn't have. I'd had a panic attack. They listen. I messaged them like, "How are y'all doing?" Because I was freaking
Yeah.
out. I don't know. I would have freaked out. And they snapping pictures, smiling. I was like, "Oh my god! Well, I'm so glad y'all are
Kylan went
doing good."
TikTok
I've been
live. He
crying.
thought he was on the challenge. Kylan went TikTok live. He thought he was on the challenge. He's like,
I should have known. That's why he ain't got no fear. That's why I can't do them shows. I'm scared. I don't want to.
I will say this, Tim. It
Give
was
me a
just
house and
great
luxury.
to have all of us. I mean, X, was the
Yeah,
one who executed the plan for the cookout to get together to support
he
Ozza
did.
to show up to the event. He
Yeah.
like, I appreciate
Hmm.
him doing that because me and you were like, girl, we staying home. We had done our support for the events, but it was nice to have us all get together and
Yeah.
just. We haven't seen each other. We all never been to our Oz's event. There's always one, two of us missing. So it felt like it was like I was trying to collect like Pokemon cards, and
A
I was able to
reunion.
finally catch them all
Oh,
in
Will
one
Mega.
moment.
Will.
Will Mega from Philadelphia was there, which we're going. So me and Tiff, just so you guys know, we're gonna try to sprinkle in some old school BB players to come and recap this season, and we do know who we want. So I'm excited. I
And for
really
those
am
of you
excited.
who do not know, Will Mega was on season 1. He's the very first season of Big Brother.
He's the first black
He
man.
had a very controversial season. He's the first black man to play Big Brother. That was when
Hmm.
America was voting. It was very difficult for him. It was
Yeah.
even more difficult for him to play in 2000 than it was even for other players after to play. It just was compounded from his season all the way up to our season, or maybe even these coming seasons. We don't know, but he's a magnificent person who does a lot of work in the community and just fights for civil rights and fights against injustice. And then they try to use that against him. He was on like a lot of the news outlets when he first got out of his season 1. But I learned a lot watching season 1 about what the producers their intentions were for creating this
I
show.
remember you
And it's
telling me
interesting
this
because I don't
too.
think those intentions have changed. I think they're just kind of hidden in the back. So, it's interesting if you've never watched the first season of Big Brother. It gives you a real idea of what the intentions of the show are. But
Yeah.
let's get into
Yeah.
BB26.
And I just want to say one more thing and then we're going to be done. I want to say this, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for coming back, supporting us. Everyone that's new that
absolutely.
came to the channel, thank you so much. I want the fans to also, and I want to piggyback what you said earlier. Thank you for supporting Oz's brand, the house chops, supporting also Bryson Wendell with their Survivor family, also
Yeah.
supporting the Heavy Crown Network. All these things, I'm gonna say this now, are black jobs. So continue supporting the black jobs and sharing and
Same.
liking. But Tiff, we
Yeah,
have
same.
obviously a two-night premiere to talk about. Let's talk about
Yeah.
episode 1 of Big Brother. Let's get
Okay.
into it. Let
I'm
me
ready.
first start by, as Julie said, because I love her little introduction. There is 94 cameras, okay?
Mm.
And there's 115 microphones in this house.
Hmm.
You got that? She
I
would make
got
sure
it.
everybody knew that, okay?
I got it.
Um, we start out with the cast on, which it looks like we're doing like 8 players coming in. That's what we're getting right now.
Yeah.
Julie lets them know, hey, it's gonna be the first 4 to go in, same old, same old. So we got Tucker, Angela, is it Kimono? What's
Chemo.
his name? Chemo, thank
Chemo.
you.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
then Kelsey, okay?
Hmm.
So
Chelsea.
Chelsea,
Hmm.
thank you.
Hmm.
First episode, guys, bear with me. So
Bear
they're the
with
first to go
us.
in. Yeah, they're the first to go in the house, Tim. And here's what I want to say. Nobody wants to walk in the house first because
Yeah.
there is a I guess a curse when you walk in
Yeah.
first that you never win. Now, guess what
Yeah.
my dumb ass just found out? I didn't know that was true. I was running to be the first in the Big Brother house. Yeah, yep. I
So
want
were
to be
you
the first.
first?
I was the first to walk in the Big Brother house.
You
Period. Of
were.
BB23.
Oh wow. I thought it was Frenchie. Okay.
No,
Oh,
no.
all
I
right. It
walked
was
in.
you.
Yes, I wanted to walk in first, and my dumb ass ran. Like, yes, I want to be the first. Didn't know there was a
Oh,
curse,
they knew. They knew.
and I didn't
They
know.
knew
So
then.
yeah,
They knew then. Who went in with you?
me, Frenchie, Travis, and Xavier.
Okay. Yeah, Xavier knew. He said, I'm definitely taking him with me too. He don't know done. He don't know
I think
shit.
Xavier opened the door. Actually,
Good. He made sure he didn't go first. But yeah, they did. I saw that little spin around they did to make sure, they were all like, I ain't gonna be me. It ain't
but
gonna
they
be
were
me. It ain't
all
gonna be me.
doing it, which was like
They did.
funny to me. Like, I was like, whoa. But Tucker ended up being the first to go in, which I was a little bit
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't know how I
I
feel about
know.
that because I picked him to like in my top 5 for sure.
Yeah. So it's funny, like when we watched the reveal and I was ranking them, I now feel a little different after having watched just their intro packages, not them even play the game. And as I was watching their intro packages, I was like, there's a little more here than meets the eye for some of these people. I've got
Yes.
some I'm going to have to go against myself, but that's okay. You can change your
But
mind.
but guess what?
That's part of being human.
But guess what, Tiff? That's
What?
why I gave that disclosure when we were talking,
Yeah.
so we would be okay. Because I remember sitting on the couch and we were like, "Wait, I feel differently about
Yeah.
so and so." And now that, because let me
Yeah.
tell you something, um, Chelsea,
Chels. Chels.
Chelsea,
Chels.
Chelsea. Okay, so Chelsea, when she came in with that army fatigue,
Baby, Chelsea was killing it.
bust
She was a vibe.
with the pony,
She had that pony.
she had the pony.
The outfit is doing it for me. I'm a camo girl. I love
Yes, you
camo.
are.
I love olive green. I love camo everything. And then she killed it with the splash of orange. Loved, loved, loved. She did it for me, but then she undid it for me, but we'll talk about it.
And I'm sitting here going, damn, I have an army themed camo party while I'm in P Town right now. And I'm like, that would have looked super cute. Like the
Love
outfit
it.
was bomb and I felt completely different. But okay, so they enter the house. Let's get to the episode. Sorry. They enter the house. Angela is freaking out. I love that Angela is running around this house. Like she is
That's what
chaotic
I
and she's
wanted
exactly
to
what her.
do.
Yes.
I
You
would
should have
have,
done it.
mask the emotion. Mask the emotion. Never let him see you sweat.
Well, Angela is freaking out, okay? Then obviously we have the second group, which is Cam, Mackenzie, Rabina, and Joseph to be the second group coming in. Mackenzie comes in saying that she's taller than all the men. They're very attractive.
That is a tall
She's
young
Wonder Woman.
woman.
She's Wonder Woman.
And gorgeous.
Gorgeous. I know. And I liked her
Wow.
vibe. I also right now, and I'm hoping she continue this. I love that her vibe is not like her vibe is so chill. Like she ain't gotta
Yeah.
tell people that she knows she that bitch. Like she's like,
Yeah.
girl, I ain't gotta tell you. Like I already
Yeah.
know I am. And I love
Yeah.
that about her. She also said that all the men are attractive. That's questionable. The mustache
nice.
with Joseph
Political.
he's definitely playing it up. Love that for him. He's killing me. Cam,
Joseph is the video store clerk. Video
your
store.
favorite.
That
Yes.
is hilarious. Honey, and then showed the video store. He said yes. I thought I was the only one who actually cared that he was a video store clerk. I didn't know that everybody was going to be like, "What in the hell?" I'm glad that I was not the only one, and I'm glad that he is self-aware enough to know. I know video stores are not common, so.
Okay,
right.
I love that too, and I love that. And shout out to BB Steph who sent us the actual where the store was on Twitter. She was like,
she's cute.
she's so cute for that. I was like, all right, girl.
And it really made me feel like, you know what? The fact that he's selling videos, this man could do anything.
Oh, if you could sell videos, you could do anything. You could
It's
think,
like
look,
selling 8 tracks. Like there's still a business for that. There's still a market,
yeah,
and it's not a flea market.
yeah,
Okay,
mm-hmm.
go ahead.
Yeah, I got a cassette tape for you. I just made you a cassette tape. I could sell that. Like, could you imagine? Like, it's wild. It's wild to me. I want to point out there's a point that Cam, talks about Tucker already being a threat. He's like, I can see myself working with Tucker, but
Mm-hmm.
I could see like I don't really trust him. I do
Yeah,
like the fact that this episode, just so you guys know, this episode obviously was not live. We know that. And it
mm-hmm.
allowed us to have the game players record diary room
Yeah,
sessions so then we can hear what their first thoughts are.
yeah,
And I love that I can see them. I feel like we got some players. I'm like,
yeah.
oh, we got some players. They're like, I'm here to play. I'm whatever. Love that. And we always say that, and then they get in the house and stuff changes. So there is a chance they walk out into the backyard. There is a chance, just like whatever, little competition. Four in the top, four in the
Well, they
bottom.
Yeah, for those of you who didn't watch the show but come here to get a recap, I just want to give you what you came here for. So, of course, they're in the backyard, but they've got a high rise. They got 4 people competing upstairs and 4 people competing downstairs, but they're like locked in. Each person has their own square. So we've got 8 squares of people. They're going to vote. They're going to vote on something, some information Julie is about to present to them. And so Julie lets them know they've all got an opportunity to change the course of this game by voting today. And so Ainsley appears on the screen and is begging and pleading for them to vote her in. She needs 5 votes to be voted into the game. And Julie's very adamant on she wants to come in. She can't come into the game without your vote. Do you want her to be here? Do you not? Some of them are going back and forth and they're like, this could help me, this could hurt me. But it ends up being a 4-4 split, right? About who wants her to
That
come
is
in and who doesn't
correct.
want her to come in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I
And
found it
based on that,
interesting. Yeah,
go
but
ahead.
I'm gonna say this tip. I found it interesting because when Ainsley came on the screen, I was like, damn, this girl got this like these blue contacts, these like this blue hair. I'm like, this doesn't, this can't be a real like house guest. Like I don't see them
I
doing
definitely
that.
thought she was a real. I thought she was a real house guest, like a real person, and I'm still a little confused, because she's like vote me in, and um, and I do wonder like the outcome, but I'm going to save my thoughts. But
Mm-hmm.
4 vote yes and 4 vote no, and then
Mm-hmm.
Ainsley reveals to them. Well, Julie reveals to Ainsley, sorry, you didn't get enough votes to enter the game. And then Ainsley reveals, like, yeah, well, it doesn't matter. My name is really artificial intelligence. What an Ainsley acronym
Stick
stands for.
acronym. I was like, damn, we really are taking it far. Okay, got it. I would have failed this test. I would have
And
failed
she
hard.
goes,
I
it's fine. I
lied.
won't be joining the game, but I'll still be a part of the game for this season anyway. And for those of you who voted yes for me, there will be a slight privilege possibly awarded to you. And for those who voted no for me, you'll be at a disadvantage, and you will be even more disadvantaged if you lose your disadvantaged game. And I felt like this is how I felt. Like, damn, Big Brother is already a game of paranoia because you don't know these people. They're all strangers. And you're thinking about, I don't know who to trust. Can I trust you? Can I not trust you? Blah, blah, blah. I felt like as a player, to start me off with a distrust of the game itself, I don't trust you because I felt that they were lied to. I felt, I listened to the words. I went back and listened to the words very closely, and so that's why I'm like, okay, if they would have all, like, let's just say she got her 5 votes, what would the difference have been? Was she going to actually play a different part in the game than what she's saying, I'm not entering the game, but I'm still a part of the game, would it have changed? Because it, they were lied to essentially. They were tricked and
They
manipulated,
were
and
played.
you just don't expect like I the rules are for us. We can't use production in our gameplay. We can't say that they told us something or that they're going to do something to allow it to manipulate
Hmm.
others to affect the game. But it felt like they did just that. They said Julie goes, she needs 5 votes to enter the game. But then Ainsley does say, well, even though you voted me and I won't be entering the game, I'll still be a part of the season. So I'm like, okay, maybe she was going to do something different. But now that, it's no, she can do this part B thing. I just felt that as a player, I would feel totally betrayed because I'm not expecting to have to watch my back. And they can say it's a part of the game. I don't know. It's going to create a lot of distrust. And so I think that we're not going to uh, it's going to be pandemonium. It'd create pandemonium for me.
I love that statement that you said. Yeah, it's definitely going to cause it to me.
Chaos.
I don't like chaos, but it's like, and I get it. Maybe to bring some drama, bring some chaos to the game, but it's like like you said, I'm already don't trust these people. I already know that Julie's gonna do, battle, double eliminations and all this other stuff. Now we're adding in an AI who's throwing in some twist at any time they want to throw in a twist, which is basically production just doing whatever they want to do, and it's like, how can I trust that what I go into the diary room and say is not going to be used against me? What like it's
I mean,
crazy,
it's
man.
like
It's crazy.
I would just be wondering like, okay, so when you tell me it's this, is it really this or is it really that? Like now I don't know. Like you told me one time before, I needed to do this for this to happen. But then I did this and then this happened anyway. So that's like, am I HOH or am I not HOH? And I get some
Well,
twists, but that was a tricky twist to me.
yeah,
And then, we've got 8 people coming in together, possibly creating a bond because it's just them. But
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
let's get
Well,
into it.
yeah.
So,
I just want to say, just so you guys know, obviously the ones that voted yes are going to get an opportunity to win a power. One of them is,
do we
and
have and who voted yes? Did you get that?
I think I did get. I think I can remember. It definitely was Mackenzie. It definitely was Angela. It definitely was
Mm-hmm.
Rubina. And if I'm correct, and it was also Joseph. So they voted yes
Mm-hmm.
because they had to go and do, which the competition was called, colored. I mean, called corporation or something like that. There's like a
Okay.
sequence they had to figure out the different sequence colors. So I'm sorry if I said that.
It was
Calibration,
insane. You had to
calibration.
color calibration. Yeah, they had to sit in this spinning chair and they had to watch the color appear on the wall. Remember them? Now, here I am at home. I'm going to tell you right now. All I'm thinking about when I watch that back is how in the hell did you play this game? I was like, okay, just do the letters.
Same.
Um, uh,
RB. Yep.
GRBYYBR.
Hmm.
No, no. I would have
No,
been.
there was
Who was
really
that
no
that hit it
method.
one? Who was that? Angela hit one, and I
Angela
mean, not.
Angela looked like me on a Saturday night after having about 5 shots.
She
She
said,
said,
"Eat."
oh, like she was in a whole different dimension. And let me tell you something. I will tell you this: spinning competitions are not fun. We saw what happened to
Mm-mm,
Brent.
mm-hmm,
We almost all died in that spinning competition. Our competition
mm,
was hot as hell. We were
mm,
past like Kylan. Wait, did Kylan also die too? Who was somebody died? Oh, Kylan
mm-mm.
wasn't
He
doing
didn't
the
compete in
comp
that.
and just
Mm-mm,
passed, just in general,
mm,
just yes,
mm-hmm.
just in general. Spinning competitions are not fun, so I can't imagine what they were going through. But I will say this: a lot of people did really well with. I feel like Mackenzie did well, Rabina
Mm-hmm.
did well, and Joseph did try to come up with a method, which I love seeing how Joseph's brain was spinning. So I was like, okay, so
Mm-hmm.
he got a little bit of a, I could do this.
He's
Um,
trying.
yeah, he's trying, but obviously it just didn't work out. Mackenzie did win that comp because she did get more of the sequence in the
Yes.
time. because they all time capped out.
Yeah.
So, but it was interesting to
Yeah, I
see.
think the yes game, your game was over when you got the answer wrong.
Yeah.
And so a lot of them time didn't even matter because I think Angela only got one right and then her second answer was wrong and she was done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's get to the
Now,
no's.
yeah. Now the people that said the no's were who's left? I'm so sorry. Whew, so
Cam,
sorry, Cam.
Chelsea.
Yes,
Was
Cam,
it Quinn?
Chelsea. It was Quinn. No, Quinn's in the
Oh,
next one. Sorry, Cam, Chelsea. Why am I forgetting somebody? Oh my goodness.
I'll tell you.
Oh my God. Tucker
Joseph?
and
No, he
what's
was
his
on.
name?
I don't know why I'm recapping
Camo,
today.
Camo,
Chemo.
Kim,
Yeah, I should.
Camino.
I feel like I shouldn't even be recapping. I don't have no notes. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't have no notes. I'm running straight off memory. I'm gonna
Yeah, we
get
got
better.
it.
I'm gonna get better.
We'll
I'm
get
gonna
better.
get
It's the
better as the
first two
season
episodes.
goes.
They just want to hear us. That's it. We're here to give our take.
Uh-huh.
We were there in person for you guys, so bear with us,
Period.
okay? So obviously they had to
Barely
do
pay
this
attention.
challenge, which I do have it here. It was called the Fear Facer. The goal was for them to stick their head in boxes, and in these boxes had all these creepy crawlers and stuff like that. Where is Big Brother getting these damn creepy crawlers from? These last couple of
I don't
seasons.
know, but I'm glad they didn't have them in 2021.
Me too. They
I'm
knew
glad
not to play.
I'm
They're
glad it
like,
was
we're not gonna
still
play that
post
with all
COVID,
those
and they
white
said
people.
no. They said no. It's
They're
post COVID. These bugs could have COVID. We ain't bringing
not
no
these
other
bugs can
life
have
forms
COVID.
in here. No, don't bring no life forms in here.
I'm screaming. Not the bugs
We
can
ain't
have
even have
COVID.
fish.
True. True. But it was so they had to stick their
Yeah,
heads in there. It was a scramble type of competition. Obviously, you go in there, see the words. If you see the word, you match it with the word that goes with the box.
yeah. Who was
Um,
it? Matt that did that. Matt went first.
no, you thinking of the other comp. No, Matt's not on this one, Tiff. Tucker went
What's
first,
his
okay?
name then? Oh, Tucker.
Tucker.
Tucker. I ain't thinking about the second. I ain't thinking about the second episode. I'm just getting my people confused. Nah,
Yes, I know. Tucker went
Tucker.
first. I love that Tucker was so like not phased. He was like really relaxed. I actually enjoyed watching
I
him.
didn't.
He wasn't.
I didn't. I said, Tucker, babe, this is a competition. Tucker was in there chilling. He said, I'm going to go on up in here and see what kind of bugs, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There's my letter for it, my word. Let me stick it up here on the board and let me go on back over here and get my head up in the other one. All right, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I said, what? Move.
I'm not gonna lie. You know
I
what?
said, well,
I
you sure
did.
ain't going to win this one, but maybe he wasn't trying. I said, if his strategy is to do well, but not win, he's succeeding.
He did. But I also love
Okay.
how calm he was. I love he wasn't doing all the theatricals. Like he was just like, I'm chilling. Hey, all right, here we go. It's got to get a good time. I know I'm not gonna be last. Like I love that
He was giving me off of edible.
I love how calm he was though, Tim. He was so calm, not gonna lie,
Indica.
okay? Also Rabina,
Hmm.
I just want to point out she was also calm during her challenge too, which I enjoy. But Cam, just to hop back to obviously the people that obviously lost or in danger, Cam was moving fast, moving hella
Dang,
fast.
he must have been. He was doing some brain teasers before he came in this game.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
was ready to roll.
Mm-hmm. So Kelsey ends up losing.
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Chelsea ends up losing.
And
So that
Chelsea
means
ends up losing on just like I think it was the just the excitement of like trying to remember everything about the game.
yeah.
And it's very new. Like the first time you play, you are ice cold, but the next
Well,
couple of times you'll start remembering things. And it was just the technicality of forgetting to plug in her cord at the very end after she had gotten all of her plaques up, after she stuck her head in all these bugs, which I give it to her because I was like, girl, you got to stick your ponytail up there. We don't be trying to mess up our hair now, but she had some good maneuvering. She stuck the ponytail up there and came back down. It was the baby hairs were still laid. Stuck the ponytail up there, came back down. Baby hairs ain't moved. She was getting them. Yeah, she whipped it on around there, but forgot to plug her socket in her at the end, and that just maxed her time out. So she came in last place.
And I'm really excited for her because let me tell you something.
I'm ready to see these outfits.
Me too.
I'm ready to see these looks.
She's gonna give us looks. She's gonna give us different outfits, and I love somebody who's like, I because I know like. Tiff, you came in ready. You were like, I got the braids. I could do different things with the braids. But I loved it. I know she's gonna give us different ponytails. She's gonna give us a wig. She's gonna give. Honey, I know she's gonna give us. I
love a natural hair queen. Give me switch it up. Show me something different every day.
So we get to the end of that episode, okay? Julie, once again, we end with the house guests, just those 8 there. They don't know who won yet. We don't know who lost. We'll find out in part 2.
But it's interesting. We watch them go back into the house. It's just the 8 of them together. We watch them toast and
with a kombucha shot, I think, a kombucha drink.
Yeah, it's so interesting though. It's easy to feel like it's mine. Like the other 8 people haven't made it in here yet. So it's easy to be like, well, this is our house. You latecomer.
Okay. Right. You latecomer. Yeah. I don't know. I don't. And you know what? It kind of reminds me of.
And do they come in the next day or do they come in later? Do they spend the night?
No. Based on episode 2 and based on what I saw, I think what happens is they did their thing. And then Julie probably reset her outfits, right? Whatever. Or during that time,
they filmed all of this on the same day.
I think they filmed all this on the same day because let me tell you something. Then they put them in the HOH room because this whole entire time,
it seemed like they was in the HOH room.
I was trying to figure out why, when the other 8 came in, they we're going to all these different rooms, but we don't see the other 8. And I'm like, I know they don't have them locked up in the HOH room. And I go, they have them locked up in the HOH room with loud ass music. And they probably been sitting there for a good 3-4 hours, probably waiting.
That's a lot of bonding time. Unless you
move quick enough.
No. Unless they were sequestered in different areas of the house.
No.
Wait, let me finish. Let me finish. Unless they were, and while they were setting everything back up and getting everything together, they were sequestered in different rooms of the house. But then when they got ready to bring in the guests, they made everybody go upstairs to the HOH room.
I see that.
Because just like when we played BB Comics, we're all sequestered in different rooms of the house. Somebody's in the bathroom, somebody's in the storage room, somebody's in the have-not room. Yeah, I would hope that they were not, because Julie made an announcement that they were individually sequestered. I would hope that they would not all be sequestered in the HOH room for 3 to 4 hours together. I would hope that they were sequestered all throughout the house separately, but probably brought back together in the HOH for them to come into the house and view it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of behind the scenes that we don't see, but that would just be such.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
A disadvantage.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. No, it's okay.
I apologize. Your statement obviously makes sense. 100%. Yeah, because when I saw them come down the stairs in part 2, I was like, oh. They really
definitely all came from HOH. They definitely all came from either HOH or that upstairs part.
Yeah.
But it must have been HOH so that they could be quiet. They definitely all came from up there. They probably said,
don't talk about the game. They probably gave me the rules.
Yeah, there's no talking. There's no game talking.
There's no get to know each other talking.
But there's a lot of conversation to be had without words.
True. That's definitely true.
I'm peeping you. I'm watching. I'm seeing who you sit next to, your body language. If you pay me
what
any
music you like.
Yeah, there's a lot of communication without words. So I don't know. as a fan, didn't appreciate having to watch the same episode twice.
Oh, let me get into part two real quick, and I want you to save your thought. Save your thought real quick. I'm gonna be fast because we already watched the episode. I basically just give you the same episode. So the other 8 move in. Okay, the next 8
And
is
Ainsley come on to say
Brooklyn.
the same shit.
Right,
Go ahead.
Brooklyn is in the second group. Kenny, you know my
Zaddy.
my daddy. Kenny. We have
To
Leah.
have to share your husband.
I'm so sorry, Tim. Cedric, Lisa, Matt, and Katora and Quinn are in the second group. Okay. They enter the house, same way like we did on the first time. Yes.
I want to go to the intros for just for a second.
Yeah.
I ended up liking Cedric ended up moving up my rank a little bit more based on his intro.
Oh.
I don't know if it was the relatability of his story to me a little bit. He's like, my mom had me at 16, my mom had me at 17, and he said his dad was in prison and my dad was also in prison. And he's like, he uses these, and he was raised by his grandmother, and so was I. And it just I was just like, oh, it's just touching, it just made him more relatable to me, and his fire and his passion, and his desire and his drive and his ambition. It's like I can understand and see now, like how he is developed into this person. But he moved up my rank, and maybe that's not a game decision, or but it's a personal rank, that likability that I developed for him as a player, and maybe personally cheering for him as a player because of the relatable factor. Also, Quinn in his introduction, I don't remember now what he said, but there were some things that led me to believe, like, I think he's got some characteristics that will allow him to maneuver very fluidly through the game with the other house guests. So Quinn has also in a game capacity, not so much as personal, like Cedric. Was I saying Cameron or was I saying Cedric?
No, you didn't. What do you mean? You didn't say anything about either
When I
of
was
those
saying
two.
Cedric, the intro packet for the guy.
Oh
When I
no,
was like,
yeah, you were saying Cedric. No, you said Cedric. You said
okay,
Cedric.
okay.
Yeah, you
All,
said
all
Cedric.
these names are new. I'm trying to figure them out. But
We're
Quinn,
learning. You said Cedric.
Quinn, as far as a game, or as far as like his game or his strategy, he moved up a little higher in my rank from my intro, my preview reveal, cast reveal thoughts. So I just thought that was interesting. How just knowing a little bit more about them personally gave me a little more context as to how I see them playing this game and why.
I agree. I want to also say the same thing. Couture, she also was someone who I was. Is it Couture?
Are we talking about Survivor?
No, wait. Is it Couture?
Chelsea?
No, no. What's the black girl with the braids?
Tucor.
Tucor. Excuse me.
Yes.
Tucor.
Ditto.
Tucor.
Watching her intro package took her up. And she was high on my radar already, but she moved up higher.
Same. And Leah, also her package is now changed my mind. She has moved up for me because I know Leah for sure is not going to play any games with the men. I'm going to tell you that right now. You could tell she wants to be like taking out the men. I know she's not gonna, when people say, oh, I'm a girl's, she's a girl's. That she is a girl's girl. And I see that.
I'm waiting to see. Yeah. But I just thought that was interesting. I was like, I I'm never really big on the intro. Let me tell you something. I
Baby
fast forward my own
girl,
intro
me
to
too.
when we sat down and tried to watch. I was like, I don't watch them intros. I don't really care. Just get to the game.
Me
But
too.
they do help a little bit. They help a little bit.
I wish, to be honest, I don't care. They shouldn't give us those diary room sessions. They should give us the intros. I learned more in
Yeah.
the intro than them sitting there nervous, don't know what to do. First time in the diary room, they're like, "What are you going to do in the game? Give us a lot of energy." And it's like, "I'm going to do this in the game." And it's like,
We
no,
need
give me
that
the
DR.
intro.
We need that DR practice though. We need that DR practice because I was a
Oh,
little.
leave it for
I was.
practice.
Oh my god, my DRs were so in the beginning. Oh my gosh, I was like, "Where's the person? I got to talk to this camera." But
With this camera,
some
with
people's intros
camera,
are fake though, because there's some people who I've seen some intro packages. I was
baby,
like, this person ain't rode a horse since they intro. What are you talking
baby.
about?
AKA me. You know, the last time I ran those Philadelphia stairs was probably like when I was a kid. They had me run those stairs a million times. I was out of
I
breath.
had
I
to
said,
walk my cat. Tiger, baby, Tiger almost
Tiger's
left
pissed.
Earth.
Tiger's pissed.
Tiger does go outside a lot, and he has a harness with a leash. But we don't be walking down the street. But that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's for
Right.
TV.
Tiger's mad. He was like, "Get this shit off of me. What are we doing?" But to
Anyway,
get into the
yes,
episode, I'm
yeah.
gonna kind of fast forward. Same thing, they got a chance to pick. The only thing that was interesting, only two of them said yes, which was Leah and Quinn. The rest of them said no because they were like, "Why are we bringing an extra person in here?" They've Yep.
Advice to any future Big Brother player: it's always a game, and you're never just playing with the house. You are also playing with production.
You say
It's
that all the
safer
time.
to err on the side of safety, which may not be no. It just may be yes, even when you want it to be no.
And let me also say this, Tiff. It's so funny because we played so much with production when it came to the cookout. They were so over it because they wanted us to say this. Like, we like, it's an agreement. We don't really, well, give us the we didn't really got to tell you all that.
No, it's not
They,
an alliance.
no, it's not an alliance. But I don't understand. What is,
It's an understanding.
it's understanding. We played hard with them. I remember going in the DR, like, they wanted more. And I was like, all right, that's all I got for you. But I could talk about everybody else, but that's
Yeah,
all I got.
I'm like, I got the royal flush. You want to talk about them?
We were playing so hard.
Yeah,
It took us until we got further in the game.
like outside of the DR, like just in the game itself, like when it's time when they create these competitions. I mean, when you're playing these competitions, the actual competition, not the show, and they throw you what seems like a curveball. You gotta look a little further down the line, like not just how does this benefit me, but I would automatically now with this season be thinking about, but how is production trying to trick me?
And then the edits and everything that's going to come with it. Also, I know the live feed sidebar tip. That's another thing. Live feeds are supposed to be delayed or something like that. So there's a
I
lot
mean,
being
yeah.
produced into this show now, which, I am biased. I enjoy a show that's already edited. I can watch it. I didn't like how you said, like, we got 2 nights of the same damn show. It's like a lot. And then Julie's like, we're going to get, I think she said a 90-minute episode on Sunday. And I'm like, okay, so we're getting a lot. All right, got it. But it's just, I was happy to see that the house guests were able to mingle and finally get together. But it's like, once again, if I was in the second group, I agree. I would feel a little bit of a disadvantage because I think when it comes to the show, you should just always move everybody in at the same time so that everybody is the same playing field. But I know from experience of watching, I'm gonna take you on something else. When I watched
No,
Drag Race and RuPaul had the queens like separated and had them like 8 and 8, it gave us a chance to see the people's personalities and more about them to kind of give us that assessment. But everyone's different.
yeah. It was also interesting to hear Julie say the other 8 house guests last night. And I maybe that was more so for the audience, like trying to convince us that the house guests moved in last night. But I don't know if believe know that it was last night or it was earlier today. There's a lot of it's like it's
Well, no,
not
on the
giving
live feed, so
reality.
somebody would say
It's
it.
not giving reality. It's not giving real. It's not giving real TV. It's definitely giving, it's almost like sitcom now because you're, if you're telling me last night, because that's what she said. She was like, as the other house guest did last night. So you're trying to make us, the audience, believe that they moved in last night? Or are you trying to make the house guests believe they moved in last night? Did they move in last night, or did they move in earlier today? But because you aired this the next day, you got to say last night. It's too much. Like, I just want it simple. I just want it simple. It's reality TV, but it's not giving that. But it's okay. I'm not mad at production or anything. It's just I've got to adjust as a
But
viewer
Tiff,
that I'm not getting what's actually happening. I'm
well,
getting what you're editing and producing, and that's okay. Now I know.
well, this is the royal tea where we spill the real tea. Okay. So there's nothing wrong with what you're saying. I definitely get that. We're all adjusting. I know it's hard for us when it comes to change to something we love. We love this show so
Yeah,
much. I will say cast wise, I do like the cast.
yeah,
So
I do too.
like I'm hoping that production doesn't mess up with this beautiful America like cast. When I look at this cast,
Yeah,
I'm like, whoa, this is what I like to see. Just like when we watch our season, I like to see that this is America. All different walks of life, all different ages,
yeah.
all different body types, all different races.
Well,
That's what I
but
like
all
to
of the
see.
all of BB26 has the same job. They're all in sales. It's all different. It's all different types in America, but everybody works in sales in this America.
Oh,
Everybody.
they're basically letting you know you work in sales so you can keep your job because AIs can't be salespeople. So that is
Mm.
true. They can do everything else, but they can't do
No
sales. So they're
scientists,
like,
no AI tech, no auto mechanic,
no, no AI
no truck
marine,
driver. No. Okay, but
no AI.
anyway, so they've got to play they play two, they at least do play two different not HOH. They play two different premiere night games, two different
Yeah.
games to win this power or um e- get a disadvantage. And those who said no have to don't they use the face thing? They
They use
they
the
have
face thing to get to, like, they have to
facial,
get through
it's
the.
like a facial
Yes.
recognition game. And that was
Yeah.
interesting. So it's a maze, but in order to slide your piece through the maze and drop it into each slot, you can't use your hands, you can only use your face. So everyone's taking their face and sliding this piece, this chip
Hmm.
up and down. And it was interesting. I was like, damn, yeah, can't have a lot of makeup on. I don't know. Be careful, your face.
Your
Mm.
face might end up on the glass. But I
Okay.
will say it was very good. It was very interesting. Cedric ends up losing, which I was pretty surprised because I thought it was going to be Lisa because, they cut it off and, how they're doing the edits. But Cedric ends up losing. And then obviously Leah and Quinn are the only two that said yes. And they had to do this like room that was spinning. Let me tell you something. The one thing I like, the fact that Leah was getting thrown around, but let me tell you something about Leah. She was doing it like looking graceful and like smiling and laughing through it. She's like, I know this is going to look stupid on TV, but I'm going to just keep on doing it. And she was trying. So Quinns ends up winning.
Shout out to the competition team, the builders,
Yeah, it was fun.
because they make these competitions. You'd be surprised that it's not this humongous giant set that they're building these
Hmm.
competitions on. And, they go through a lot of testing to make sure it's safe, it works, it's accurate, it's fair.
Yeah,
Um, and a lot of shows don't do that. I
true.
trust me. I've done shows where I got to ride the same bike at the same weight of it, the pedal length of it as a person who's a whole foot taller than me. It doesn't matter that we're different heights. I don't get my pedals adjusted. I don't get the speed, the pressure adjusted. Big Brother makes sure that your height and weight and dimensions match up with the competition so that everybody's is fair. At least it was like that, and they've prided themselves on being like that. I think Survivor does the same thing too, so that
Yes,
nobody
yeah.
has an advantage or a disadvantage. At least competing, it's pretty fair. And they built these competitions. They're amazing, and they do them like in a day or two. So I like that they brought bugs in, and they're bringing in a little more details. I like it. I like the competitions that I'm seeing
Hmm.
so far.
Hmm. Me too. Shout out to the whole competition team, as you said, and shout out to the CBS like competition base and everybody. Like their team works hard. It works really hard. But I love the comp. It was fun.
Hmm.
And I loved
Yeah.
it. It was very detailed. It was great. Give them they definitely deserve an award. I know Survivor always gets the Emmys and up for the Emmys and stuff like that, but I think Big Brother definitely needs to get back up to that. But based on this episode, the house
Who
guests have
won
moved
the
in.
Who won the
Gwen.
advantage?
So hello. Hi. No, yes. What can we do for you? We'll take some extra towels if that's okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Quinn and Mackenzie won the advantages. The people that got the
Okay.
disadvantage is Cedric and um Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
What
you
do we
know,
think is gonna happen?
I mean, Julie did say what happens to Cedric and Chelsea. So we do know that. Which
Well,
is
they're not like automatically nominated. They just are. They can't play in the HOH competition. They
mm-hmm.
can be nominated.
Mm-hmm. And there'll be mascots. They're mascots. They
Oh,
cheer everybody on while they're playing these comps and stuff like that. Let me tell you
mhm.
something. If I came in the game like that and that happened to me, I'm already checked out. Like that alone.
Yep.
If somebody
That.
wanted to make an easy move and was like, I don't want
Yeah.
no blood on my hands for the first week, like because
Yeah.
Frenchie would make blood with everybody. But if whoever wins this HOH is like, I don't want to make no bad ties. Guess what?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put up Cedric and Chelsea and just see what happens.
Yeah.
And can't and no one would be upset with that because it's like they lost the comp. Get your asses up there. I don't know what to tell you, but
But
the
I think this
power.
might bring Cedric and Chelsea like together because they share something in common. You
Yes,
know,
I agree. I agree.
deep fake HOH. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Tiff, I was gonna say, what is a deep fake or fake?
Hold on, let me see.
Deep faith or fake?
I'm about to find out. Deep fake. F A
What the
K
fuck?
E.
What the fuck is that? What is that? Why are we? What? Oh my god, this game is so like people just want to see people just play the game, girl. Okay, got it. All right, whatever.
Okay.
Deep fake, whatever. Got it.
Okay.
Okay,
So
but it
okay.
they're
So
technically not HOH still. It's just it'll be something close to an HOH. So maybe she can, I don't know, veto. I don't know, make a decision to like she could bring
hold on.
somebody
Let's
down.
let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Okay. So the winners or the people, the two Quinn and Mackenzie who have received an advantage one will receive a deep fake HOH and the other will receive America's veto. Whatever the hell either one of those mean, okay? Whatever either one of those mean. What is a deep fake? I mean, like, if it's fake, it's fake. If I got a fake bag,
You got
I
a
got
fake
a
Louis
fake
bag.
HOH key. Is there a difference if it's a deep fake It's either fake or it's real. But I don't know a
Deep.
shallow fake from a hollow fake from a deep fake from a high fake.
That's what I'm trying to
If it's
figure.
fake, it's fake.
It's fake. Like a deep Louis Vuitton bag, a deep fake Louis Vuitton bag.
A faker than fake just ain't even on the. It ain't. So if I got a fake Louis Vuitton bag, I got a Coach. I don't understand.
If you got
Either
if you got a deep fake Louis Vuitton bag, it's a Sheen bag then.
I don't
Like,
understand.
could you imagine? I don't understand either. They're really in that production room just cooking up just whatever. We understand what America's veto is. That's simple. We got that. I think we
Is
do.
it going to be 2 vetoes then?
Like, do we get one? He gets one? Like, I'm confused.
Is there going to be an America's veto, and then they're going to play whoever is on the block is also going to win a veto? Or is this person going to have a veto that is?
Yeah, because remember the 2 people on the just the mascots can't play. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. This just let's just Sunday, guys, Sunday. 90-minute episode. Like,
Okie
we'll just have to wait and see, Tiff, what are your takeaways so far? What is your takeaways?
Oh man. I feel like there were some things. What I really do like is I like this cast. I liked watching their intros, getting to know about them. I think that they all have come to play. I can't wait to see them play. I like that they're excited. They're gaming. The things that I don't like are probably just like some edits to the show itself. The separate move-ins, and just keep it real with me. Did they move in on the same day? So I know how to think about how these players are playing the game. I'm thinking about you differently if I know you lived in the house with somebody for a whole day straight, and then these other people came in later. But if you only live with these people for 30 minutes, an hour, then I know how to think about that. I know how to assess that. I can't assess your game if I'm being lied to about the relationships. So that is confusing to me. The AI thing, I'm not really tripping about Ainsley. I'm interested to see how she does affect the game, what happens. I don't like that Chelsea and Cedric came in last. They're 2 people that I would like to see go further in this game. So that's like, as far as gameplay, like that's a little disheartening. I have no idea what a deep fake HOH is. I'm pretty sure I know what America's veto is, but I'm ready to get like the real game started so I can see. But I know that live feeds are on, and I might take a peek at them, but I also might not. So don't hold me accountable for what happens behind the scene, and don't tag me neither. Don't spoil it for me. I want to watch the episodes so that I can actually recap them to you based on the information that I have from the episode, not on what y'all tried to give me.
Hi, my name is Derek, and I am an AI artificial. And that's all I have for you. I second what you say.
Coming from
Remember
the mother
to like and subscribe and comment below.
Did y'all see my shirt says mother and his shirt says dad? We are the mom and dad today.
We are. And
Mommy
I love
and
it.
daddy.
I love it.
Daddy.
Hi, Mom. Well, listen, once again, guys, I second what Tiffany says. I don't really have anything for you that much. We're just going to wait until Sunday. Hopefully, now that once everybody's together, we can recap better. And please, once again, I have everything muted. Don't tag me, no spoilers. Do not put no live feeds, comments underneath this. We are recapping just the episodes. Okay.
Question.
Yes.
If there is a vote for America on Mackenzie or Quinn to get this America's veto, who do you think America's going to vote for?
Probably Mackenzie.
Probably Quinn. You going
They're
Mackenzie?
both. They're
I'm going
both.
Quinn.
I know.
America,
they're both giving they want to play. They both are giving they want to play.
Yeah, but who's America gonna vote for? I just think Quinn, because they all just voted for Cameron last year, and he's very much giving this hair, and America loves.
They do.
A type.
I know. They do. Unfortunately. But
I'm
anyway.
interested.
Yeah, so let's just see what happens. Once again, guys, we will be back next week to recap.
Yep.
We'll recap Sunday's episode and I think Wednesday's episode for you guys, and we'll talk about where we're at and where we left off at, and we're gonna try to see what's the best day to drop the episodes, but you guys are gonna get it fresh today. So, all right,
We
guys.
love
Well,
you
Tiff,
all.
I love
Thanks,
you
Royal
so
Court,
much.
for
Thank you
joining
so
us.
much. Yes, shout out to the Royal Court. Thank you guys for sharing all that stuff. We love you guys.
Thanks.
Bye.